ராணுவத்தினுடைய அந்த வரலாறு என்பது வரலாற்றில் பதிக்க வேண்டும். எல்லோரும் கேட்கலாம், எப்படி இந்திய ராணுவத்தால் சுதந்திரம் கிடைத்தது என்று. இரண்டாம் உலகப் போர் முடிந்தது, அவர்கள் சொன்னபடி நமக்கு சுதந்திரம் கொடுப்பதற்கு தயாராக இல்லை. தரைப்படையின் கலவரம் ஏற்பட்டது, விமானப்படையினுடைய கலவரம் ஏற்பட்டது, கப்பற்படையினுடைய கலவரம் மிகப்பெரிய தாக்கத்தை ஏற்படுத்தியது. கப்பற்படை 5 நாட்கள் முடக்கப்பட்டது. அப்பொழுதுதான் பிரிட்டிஷார் யோசித்தார், இந்தியாவை நான் ஆள வேண்டும் என்றால் எனக்கு ராணுவம் தேவை, ராணுவமே கலவரத்தில் இறங்கிவிட்டது, இனி இங்கு இருப்பதற்கு எனக்கு இடமில்லை, நான் இந்த இடத்தை விட்டு ஓடிதான் போக வேண்டும் என்று நமக்கு சுதந்திரம் கொடுத்து விட்டு ஓடி சென்றவர்கள் தான் இந்த பிரிட்டிஷார்கள். எனது அன்பு கோரிக்கை, இந்த கலவரத்திற்கான முக்கிய அந்த புள்ளியே நமது வேலூர் கலவரத்தில் இருந்துதான் தொடங்கியது. இன்று வரலாற்று பக்கத்தில் அந்த வேலூர் கலவரத்தை பற்றி எந்த வரலாற்று பதிவுகளும் எங்கும் தங்களால் பார்க்க முடியாது. என்னுடைய பணிவான வேண்டுகோள் தமிழக அரசிற்கு, இந்த வேலூர் கலவரத்தை பற்றிய அந்த பதிப்பு வரலாற்று ஒவ்வொரு மாணவர்களுடைய பாட புத்தகத்தில் ஒரு பாடமாக இருக்க வேண்டும். இந்த பாடத்தை படிக்கும் பொழுதுதான் அவர்களுக்கு அந்த தேசப்பற்று என்பது அதிகமாகும். அவர்களுக்கு மற்ற எல்லா நற்குணங்களும் அவர்களை சேரும் ஒரு சிறந்த நாடாக நம்மால் உருவாக்க முடியும். பல பல ஆயிரம் ஆண்டுகள் பல பிறவிகளில் நாம் இருவராக இருந்திருக்கின்றோம் நண்பர்களே. இதுதான் முதல் பிறவி கிடையாது. ஆகையால் தான் உங்களிடம் தேசப்பற்று இருக்கின்றது, வீரம் இருக்கின்றது, அன்பு இருக்கின்றது, பண்பு இருக்கின்றது. நாம் தேசத்தை காப்பதற்கும் மக்களை காப்பதற்காகவும் தான் நான் சபதம் எடுத்துக்கொண்டு நம் நாட்டையும் நாட்டு மக்களையும் காத்தோம். ஓய்வு பெற்ற பின் இன்றும் நமக்கு அந்த கடமை இருக்கின்றது என்பதை நாம் மறக்கவில்லை, அதை செய்து கொண்டுதான் வருகின்றோம். நிலைமகள் சால உடைதெனினும் தானை தலைமகன் இல் வழி இல் என்று வள்ளுவனுடைய குரல். அதாவது உறுதி வாய்ந்த மிகப்பெரிய படை இருந்தாலும் சரியான தலைவன் இல்லை என்றால் அது வேலைக்கு ஆகாது என்பது இதன் பொருள். மதிப்பிற்குரிய மாண்பிற்குரிய பாரத பிரதமர் நரேந்திர மோடி அவர்கள் இந்திய ராணுவத்தை மிகவும் பலப்படுத்தி இருக்கின்றார்கள். தரைப்படையாக இருக்கட்டும், விமானப்படையாக இருக்கட்டும், அது கப்பற்படையாக இருக்கட்டும். ஆகையால் தான் பார்டர்ல சைனாக்காரனை துரத்தி ஓட வச்சோம். நம்மை கண்டு அஞ்சுகின்றான், நடுங்குகின்றான். இதுதான் உண்மை நிலை. மதிப்பிற்குரிய ஆளுநர் அவர்களே, ஓய்வு பெற்ற ராணுவ வீரர்கள் தன்னுடைய ராணுவ வாழ்க்கையை முடித்துவிட்டு தாயகம் திரும்பும் பொழுது அவர்களையும் அவர்களுடைய குடும்பத்தையும் காப்பது என்பது அந்த மாநில அரசினுடைய தலையாய கடமையாகும். மிகவும் வருத்தத்திற்குரிய ஒரு விஷயத்தை நான் பதிவிடுகின்றேன். நமது தமிழகத்தில் ஓய்வு பெறுகின்ற ராணுவ வீரர்கள் எங்கு சென்றாலும் ஒரு செக்யூரிட்டி கார்டா தான் என்னால் பார்க்க முடிகிறது. மனம் வருந்துகின்றது அந்த நிலையை காணும் பொழுது. ஒரு நாட்டை நாம் மாற்ற வேண்டும் என்றால் ஓய்வு பெற்ற ராணுவ வீரர்களுடைய அந்த தகுதியையும் அவருடைய அறிவையும் அவருடைய அந்த ஒரு ப்ரொஃபிஷியன்சியும் அவங்க கண்டுபிடிச்சு தமிழ்நாட்டில் இருக்கின்ற அனைத்து அரசு ஊழியர்கள் இருக்கின்ற அந்த பணி இடங்களை நிரப்பினால் நிச்சயமாக மிகப்பெரிய ஒரு மாற்றத்தை கொண்டு வர முடியும். தமிழக அரசில் மிகவும் அதிகமாக பாதிப்பு ஏற்படுத்தி இருக்கின்ற அந்த ஊழல் போன்ற அந்த விஷயத்திற்கு மிகப்பெரிய அருமருந்தாகவும் இது அமையும் என்பதை நான் பதிவிட்டுக் கொள்கின்றேன். அதை தவிர தமிழகத்தில் முன்னாள் இந்நாள் ராணுவ வீரர்கள் பழைய சமயங்களில் பல இடங்களில் தாக்கப்படுகின்றார்கள். மிகவும் வருத்தத்திற்குரிய விஷயம். என்னுடைய அன்பான வேண்டுகோள், தமிழக அரசு தனியான காவல் படையை நியமித்து இந்நாள் முன்னாள் ராணுவ வீரர்களுடைய பாதுகாப்பை உறுதி செய்ய வேண்டும் என்பது. இதுபோன்று பல மாநிலங்கள் இதை செய்து கொண்டிருக்கின்றது. இந்த வேண்டுகோளையும் இங்கு நான் வைக்க கடமைப்பட்டிருக்கின்றேன். சகோதரர்களே, நான் வேல்ஸ் யூனிவர்சிட்டியினுடைய நிறுவனர் திரு டாக்டர் ஐசரி கே கணேசன் அவர்களை மரியாதை நிமித்தமாக அவருடைய அலுவலகத்தில் போய் நான் சந்தித்தேன். என் மனதில் ஓடிக்கொண்டே இருக்கும், ஏதாவது நம்மளுடைய ராணுவ வீரர்களுக்கு உதவி செய்ய வேண்டும் என்று. அவரிடம் கைகட்டி ஒரு கோரிக்கை வைத்தேன். ஐயா, எங்களுடைய ராணுவ வீரருடைய குழந்தைகளுடைய படிப்பிற்காக ஏதாவது ஒரு உதவி செய்யுங்கள். அன்போடு கேட்டார், முகமலர்ச்சியோடு கேட்டார், என்ன வேணும் சொல்லுங்க, நான் செய்கிறேன். அதில் அவருடைய பண்பு தெரிந்தது. ராணுவ வீரர்கள் மீது வைத்திருக்கின்ற அந்த மாண்பும் அன்பும் அதில் தெரிய வந்தது. நீங்களே சொல்லுங்க, 10 சீட் உங்களுக்கு இலவசமாக கொடுத்திருக்கின்றார். அதில் இன்ஜினியரிங்லேருந்து ஆரம்பித்து 5 வருஷம் பிஎல் வரைக்கும் நமக்கு கொடுத்திருக்கிறார். ஆகையால் இந்த மேடையில் அவருக்கு நான் நன்றி சொல்ல கடமைப்பட்டிருக்கின்றேன். இரண்டாவது, டாக்டர் எம்ஜிஆர் எஜுகேஷன் அண்ட் ரிசர்ச் சென்டர் பிரசிடென்ட் ஏசிஎஸ் அருண்குமார் அவர்களை சந்தித்தேன். அவரிடமும் விண்ணப்பம் வைத்தேன். அவரும் 10 சீட் கொடுக்கறதுக்கு முன் வந்து விட்டார். இந்த 2 கல்லூரியிலும் சேர்வதற்கான விண்ணப்பங்கள் ஓரிரு நாட்களில் உங்களுக்கு தெரியப்படுத்திவிடும். ஸோ அந்த நேரத்தில் நீங்க அதை உபயோகப்படுத்திக் கொள்ளலாம். முக்கியமாக நமது மாண்புமிகு ஆளுநரை பற்றி நான் கூற வேண்டும். மரியாதைக்குரிய மாண்புமிகு ஆளுநர் அவர்கள் ஓய்வு பெற்ற இந்திய ராணுவ வீரர்களின் நலன் கருதி மதுரை, திருச்சி, தஞ்சாவூர், வேலூர், கோயம்புத்தூர், நீலகிரி, திருநெல்வேலி, தூத்துக்குடி, கன்னியாகுமரி போன்ற பல மாவட்டங்களுக்கு சென்று நேரடியாக அவர்களோடு கலந்துரையாடி அவர்களுடைய கோரிக்கையை கேட்டு அதற்கான பல மாற்றங்களை கொண்டு வந்திருக்கின்றார். இந்தியாவில் இது போன்ற ஒரு ஆளுநர் இருப்பாரா என்பது சந்தேகம்தான். மாண்புமிகு ஆளுநர் அவர்களே, இந்த அவையில் கன்னியாகுமரி முதல் நமது சென்னை வரை இருக்கின்ற அனைத்து இடங்களில் இருந்தும் ராணுவ வீரர்கள் வந்திருக்கின்றார்கள். அவர்கள் தங்களுடைய குறைகளை மனுவாக எங்களிடம் அளித்திருக்கின்றார்கள். தங்களிடம் சமர்ப்பிக்கின்றோம். அந்த மனுவிற்கு ஆலோசித்து அதற்கான ஒரு நல்ல ஒரு வெல்ஃபேரை தாங்கள் வழங்க வேண்டும் என்று பணியுடன் கேட்டுக்கொள்கின்றேன். ஓய்வு பெற்ற ராணுவ வீரர்களுக்கு சுயதொழில் தொடங்குவதற்கான இலவச பயிற்சிகள் பாரதிய பூர்வ சைனிக் சேவா பரிஷத் எடுக்க இருக்கின்றது. அதை பற்றி தங்களுக்கு அறிவிப்போம். மாண்புமிகு ஆளுநர் ஞாயிற்றுக்கிழமை என்று கூட பாராமல் நம்மை இங்கு அழைத்து இந்த விழாவை சிறப்பாக நடத்தி உங்களுடைய குறையை கேட்பதற்கின்றார்கள். இந்நிகழ்ச்சிக்கு ஒரு தொடக்கமாக தான் இந்த நிகழ்ச்சியை நான் பார்க்கின்றேன். இந்நாள் முன்னாள் ராணுவத்தினுடைய சார்பாக ஆளுநர் அவர்களுக்கு என்னுடைய நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கின்றேன். ஜெய்ஹிந்த், ஜெய் பாரத், வாழ்க தமிழ், வாழ்க தமிழ்நாடு.
Thank you, sir. Air Vice Marshal S. Swaminathan. AVM Swaminathan was commissioned in Aeronautical Engineering Branch of the Indian Air Force on 1st January 1971 and retired after distinguished service career spanning 36 years and 3 months. For his outstanding service, he was awarded the Chief of Air Staff Commandant Cadet Vishish Seva Medal and Ati Vishish Seva Medal. I call upon Air Vice Marshal S. Swaminathan to address the gathering.
Morning to all of you. His Excellency the Governor of Tamil Nadu has given us all a chance to meet here today, and I am here for the last 16 years after retirement straight at Chennai. I have come here almost every year for high tea on Republic Day and Independence Day, but I have never had an occasion, or I think there was no occasion like this, where ex-servicemen, everyone, whatever, like as he said, from Kanyakumari to Chennai, have been called here, and he wants to listen to us. He wants to see, as part of his, series of this thing which is, I think it's a great honor for all of us, because we have served the nation, and whether during the career or even afterwards, when we look back, we feel really great. But in the retired life, when we are all in the civil street, as we say, some occasion like this, like we are being called by the governor to see what is our problem and how he can resolve it. It's a great honor to all of us. I thank you, sir, for this occasion, and also I saw one thing just which I must mention, the down to earth quality of governor, and also the tradition that he followed. Just I saw, you wouldn't have seen, many of you might not have seen because you must be looking at the lamps which are being lit. I saw him removing the thiri or the thread by his own hand, okay, which normally happens in most of the functions that it will be inside. He did that. Then I went back. When I saw his shoes were there, he didn't come with the shoes to light the lamp. So like what Major General Murali said, that Vinay, that humility, that shows that whatever he does, what probably we have seen in Tamil Nadu during his tenure so far, that sincerity will be there, that integrity of himself, to do things. I am sure whatever demands or not demands, whatever requests that we have, which Lieutenant Colonel Tyagarajan is going to present to him, I am sure most of it he will resolve it. There are problems in, whether it is a state government or a central government, there are various problems. I wish that he resolves most of our problems. And I just want to bring up only one issue to him. Maybe later on he can call me or he can call few people to listen more and then make it as a case or case study and present it to him to resolve that. I am sure all of you will agree with me that we all face problem in the retired life in our medical facilities. I am sure there is not even one person who will disagree with me. The problem that I am talking about is the ex-serviceman contributory health scheme. I know about it because I have been president of the Air Force Association for few years, sometime beginning of 2010. We have plenty of problems which have been carrying on further. It is actually going from good to bad to worse and probably worst stage. What I am referring to is that we are supposed to be getting treatment from NABH certified hospitals. When I came in 2007, in Chennai itself, we had MEOT, we had SRMC, okay, and Global, giving us all full services. Now subsequently, you all know that MEOT withdrew, the SRMC withdrew. Now Global gives only medicinal services. Nothing to do with any of the serious operation or orthopedic or, those services are not there. They don't want it. What is the reason? I have gone into it in detail and spoken at various places earlier also, but nothing happened. Everyone generally says that it is the rates, it is the CGHS rates or the health ministry rates that prohibit these hospitals to join us as a empaneled hospitals. It's not so. CGHS rates are same for CGHS employees. CGHS employees, what I am talking about is the present cabinet secretary down to some group D employee who retired yesterday, they all hold the same card, but not us. We don't hold the same card like what people in the service. We are all given some ECHS card, okay, which is almost a separate category. And the reason, main reason is the hospitals empaneled are being asked to come and request to get empaneled. Why would a big hospital like NABH or anybody would come and request you when he is getting almost 1/3 or even 1/4 of the rate which are being charged from the other civilians? Why will they come? They will not come. So that approach from our side, from the ECHS to go and talk to these people and invite them as empaneled hospital is not there. That is one point. Second thing is, the ECHS or the ESM department, Secretary ESM, Ministry of Defense, they owe crores of rupees to these hospitals. I resolved one case of Hindu Mission Hospital where they were to be paid 27 lakhs. They were not getting it. So he was, that chairman was asking me, sir, please do something. And then after that he has withdrawn. A hospital like, Hindu Mission, which was giving important service like, dialysis for all the people in that area, up to even Chengalpat. So that is not there. Because nobody wants to be empaneled in the ESM, or sorry, in the ECHS, hospital, in the ECHS facilities, or ECHS ESM personnel. The reason is that we don't pay them whatever money we are due. So I want to request Governor to do something for this, big problem that we are all facing in Tamil Nadu, especially. I can only talk about Tamil Nadu, and especially so you all know that in the districts, it must be worse. It must be worse. So this is the only point which I would like to put across to him to solve this. Maybe we can come and meet him separately or his officers, and I'm sure if he resolves this with the central government, it will be a great this thing where we have so many diseases following us when we retire. We were fit. Even if you are sick, we were fit when service, but not now. So I'm sure Governor will do something to this. This is the major problem. Once again, sir, we thank all of you. On behalf of all of us, I thank you for this occasion. I think this is the first one. As I said, in the last 16 years, I have not seen anything else. And we have seen the Raj Bhavan is quite vibrant, in the sense, like I keep reading it. This is one in the part of the series. I have never heard a Raj Bhavan of a particular state celebrating the day of another state. Like recently he celebrated the Sikkim Day. I mean, it shows that the national consideration that he has. And I'm sure we are lucky to be here. We are very happy to be here, and thank him for this occasion. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, sir. Major Natarajan, father of Lieutenant Parthiban, served in the Corps of Signals and is now involved in motivating students in schools and colleges. I call upon Major Natarajan to address the gathering.
Good morning to everyone. Honorable, our respectable Governor Arun Ravi sir, senior Army, Navy, Air Force officers, our veterans, and other ladies and gentlemen. It is a great chance given to me to say something about our veterans. And we are supposed to, we have done our best to the nation, we have given our best to the nation, but we are not tired. Though we are retired, we are not tired. So we have to do something. I just give two requests to you all. Recently I was speaking to around 300 NCC cadets to motivate them to join armed forces. I spoke to them in detail, and at the end of the speech I asked them, how many of you wanted to join armed forces? You can't believe around 100% of the people raised their hands to join armed forces. But what they are lacking in is, we have to motivate them, we have to inform them how to, where to, which to study and all. That is in our hands. Because தமிழ்ல ஒரு வார்த்தை சொல்லுவாங்கல்ல, பழையன கழிதலும் புதியன புகுதலும் வலுவல்ல. இப்ப நம்ம வந்துட்டோம். Armed forces to be kept always young and energetic. So we have to prepare them to join armed forces. That is one of the requests. Back to you, all of you. And for the ladies also, they can motivate them. They can tell about the good and the serve with honor. Serving with the armed forces is a honor to themselves. So that we have to do. And second thing is, you know the devils of narcotism nowadays. You have to motivate the youngsters not to touch them, even not to see them. That is in our hands. We are all elders. It is our foremost duty to tell them, don't touch it, don't see it, don't even go to the people who are with such habits. This is the two requests I make every one of you, and you have to do it. At least we can make around 4 or 5 boys to avoid such things and motivate people to join armed forces, youngsters. And the one more thing, yes, we have done our best to the nation, and motivation is such thing. How my son Lieutenant Parthiban Kirti Chakra, he sacrificed life within 6 months of his commissioned service and did a lot of things, done a wonderful job. He was motivated by the word, he read the balanced stories of Lieutenant Manoj Pandey and Vikram Batra. You know, they are of Paramir Chakra holders. He was a scientist material. He wanted to be a scientist after reading our Honorable President Abdul Kalam. For that reason only he joined Bishop Weaver College at Trichy. He was allotted free dental seat, but no, he said no. If I am given MBBS, if I am selected for MBBS, okay. Otherwise, I wanted to be a scientist. He was doing his BSc Physics. During that within first week, he read the our time, that is during Kargil war, they did their service. So, what I am doing? I didn't do anything for the nation. Proud, clear, best cadet, best parade commander, best firer in entire Tamil Nadu, Andhra and Andaman Nicobar, and joined armed forces as an officer. At the first incident itself, he killed 2 terrorists. He was very miraculously escaped with the second terrorist, but he killed him also. He was brought to the unit with great pomp and honor, and within few days he was given the second task of boarding his post. That time a group of 12 or so terrorists were planning to come into our territory. He got the order to stop them. His post was having only one officer, 1 JSO and around 6 Jawans. Leaving 1 JSO and 3 Jawans, he left in search of them. At around 4 o'clock, he met the culprits, terrorists. There was a firing. They were on the upper hand. Our soldiers were on the downstream. On the standing position itself. A flash light on and off time was available to him. Within that, he charged them, killed 4 of them. And they were in the 3 directions, front, right and left. And the left side firing was not effective, but the right side firing was effective. And he got 2 bullet injuries on his right upper chest. Instead of that also, he charged them on the after turning right. And he totally incapacitated 1 terrorist. There was a blank then. Our remaining soldiers were other 3 were killed. So that is the spirit of young man. The other man also, one of the same unit officer, Lieutenant Triveni Singh. You might be knowing the Jammu railway station tragedy. That gentleman was playing basketball on the ground. He was told there was some terrorist activities in the railway station. It was around 5:30. You know all well. You might have crossed and posted at Jammu. For all the stations among India, the train starts from Jammu after 10 minutes, 15 minutes gap. So terrorists were hiding in the passengers' restroom and they were started firing all of a sudden, indiscriminately. He was given the task. He was playing basketball. He was brought dressed at the same ground itself. He put on his dress and rushed to the railway station and charged them. He killed one at the first time, but second one fired indiscriminately, running here and there and killed a lot of people. But that was also killed by him. At the same time, GOC also came. You know what he did? He saluted him and said, "Sir." He was just fall down. He was able to fall down, but he said, "Sir, task is accomplished," and fall down. What a level of heroism and this thing. He was just about to fall down and he said, "Sir, mission accomplished," and fall down and died. That kind of heroes are there. That kind of motivation they have been given. So that is what lacking in Tamil Nadu. What we do, we have got a lot of opportunities. We have the vacancies of 17 officers from OTA in each course. But you can see hardly 2, 3, maximum 4 cadets are joining OTA. Why? Where we are lacking? Where are we lacking? Tell me. So something is lacking. That we have to boost up. I request all of you. You just find out the reason why we are not not coming out to join armed forces. That is one. I just want to read the young soldier, Lieutenant Parthiban. His aim was, he wrote this poem and quote when he was in the first year BSc. He made up his mind to join armed forces, but he's bad. We may not be knowing what a soldier is, but he has written it when he was a student. His quote was, "Have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears and sweat, then you will not be ashamed to look at the mirror." நண்பர்களே, நாட்டு மக்களே, நாட்டுக்காக நாட்டு மக்கள் நீங்க வேற எதையும் கொடுக்க வேண்டாம், பொன்னையும் பொருளையும் கொடுக்க வேண்டாம். இயற்கை உங்கள்கிட்ட இருக்கக்கூடிய ரத்தம், கடின உழைப்பு, வேர்வை, கண்ணீர், இதை மட்டும் கொடுங்க. அதாவது என்னன்னா, யாருக்கு என்ன தேவை அதை கொடுங்க. சின்ன உதவியா இருந்தாலும் பரவாயில்ல, பெரிய உதவியா இருந்தாலும் செய்யுங்க. அதான் அவனுடைய கோட். அதுபடியே அவர் என்ன செஞ்சாரு? During his college days, he has donated blood 6 times. And he given his blood to the Mother India. He wrote one poem. It was written by him during his college days. He was a good writer in English. "March ahead, my noble soldier." He has given Operation Feature, his name. "March ahead, my noble soldier, as our safety rests on your shoulder." Normal. You live by chance and love by choice. You live by chance, but love by choice to become a soldier. Where there is nothing to rejoice, இதில் வந்து சந்தோஷப்படக்கூடிய விஷயம் இதுவே, ஏன்னா இது உனக்காகவோ உங்களுடைய குடும்பத்துக்காக இல்லை, நாட்டுக்காக, நாட்டு மக்களுக்காக. You have the heart to bear all pain, moving through sun, snow and rain. You have the heart to bear all pain, moving through sun, snow and rain. Sun means Rajasthan area. Snow means J&K. Rain means northeast. You have the heart to bear all pain, moving through sun, snow and rain. Yours is a breed that fights like a king. For you, it is never a personal thing. It is for the nation and the public. You are my role model without a question. Oh soldier, you are my role model without a question. As you lead, protect and kill for profession. You lead the troops, protect the border and kill for profession. உன்னுடைய வேலையே எதிரிகளை கொள்றதுதான். டாக்டரோ இன்ஜினியரோ அவங்க வேலை கிடையாது, உன்னுடைய வேலையே எதிரிகளை கொள்றதுதான். Be it a regular duty or a CA operation. ரெகுலர் நம்மளுடைய பார்டரை பாதுகாக்கக்கூடிய வேலையாக இருக்கட்டும், அல்லது சிஏ ஆபரேஷன், கவுண்டர் இன்சர்ஜென்சி சொல்லக்கூடிய எதிரிகள், நம்ம தீவிரவாதிகளை கொல்லக்கூடிய பொருட்களாக இருக்கட்டும். வித் டெத் ஆல்வேஸ் லூமிங் இன் இயர். சாவு வந்து உங்களை சுற்றி சுற்றி வந்துக்கிட்டே இருக்கும். சாவு எப்போ வருமோ தெரியாது, உன்னை சுற்றி சுற்றி வந்துக்கிட்டே தான் இருக்கும். யூ கீப் விஜில் வித்தவுட் ஃபியர். ஆனால் உனக்கு பயம் இல்லாமல் நீ அந்த வேலையை செஞ்சுட்டு இருக்க. You are the one who lives for the country's name. You are the one who lives for the country's name. நம்ம நாட்டினுடைய பேரை பாதுகாக்கக்கூடிய நீ ஒருத்தன் தான்பா. Not caring for money, glamour or fame. Not caring for money உனக்கு ஒரு பொருட்டு இல்ல, கவர்ச்சி ஒரு பொருட்டு அல்ல, புகழ்ச்சி ஒரு பொருட்டு அல்ல. உனக்கு அதெல்லாம் தேவையில்லை, அது கிடையவே கிடையாது. இது நான் இதுக்கு ஒரு எக்ஸாம்பிள் சொல்றேன். உரி செக்டரில் ஒரு தடவை வந்து என்ன இருந்துச்சுன்னா, ஒரு பிரச்சனை இருந்துச்சு. ஒரு போஸ்ட்டில் நான் போயிருந்தேன். கொஞ்சம் தூரம் வண்டியில் போனோம், அப்புறம் நடந்து போனோம், ஒரு 3 மணி நேரம் நடந்து போனோம். அந்த எங்கள் ஆஃபீஸர் பார்ட்டி மாதிரி எங்கள் ஆஃபீஸர் அப்படியே என்னை வந்து சேர்ந்து கட்டிக்கிட்டார். ஹே வாட் ஜென்மன், வாட் ஆர் யூ டூயிங்? சார், ஆஃப்டர் 6 months I am seeing a human being. I am seeing an Indian after 6 months of death. சம்டைம்ஸ் நான் வந்து ஒரு இந்த விண்டர் அனிமல்ஸை பார்ப்பேன், அல்லது வந்து சம்டைம்ஸில் வந்து பாகிஸ்தானி சோல்ஜரை பார்ப்பேன். ஆஃப்டர் 6 months I am seeing an Indian, I am seeing a brother officer. அப்படி கட்டி எடுக்கிறேன். அப்போ அவங்களுடைய யங்ஸ்டர்ஸுடைய மனநிலை எப்படி இருக்கும்பாங்க, எப்படி இருந்துட்டு அவங்க வந்து அவங்க டியூட்டியை பார்க்குறாங்கன்னு பாருங்க. சார், தட் இஸ் தி கண்டிஷன் ஆஃப் அவர் யங் சோல்ஜர்ஸ். லாஸ்ட் சொல்ல, யூ ஆர் தி ஒன், தி லீடர் ஆஃப் தி கேம். இந்த வீர விளையாட்டுடைய தலைவன் நீதான்ப்பா. அண்ட் ஐ வுட் லைக் டு பிகம் தி சேம். அண்ட் ஐ வுட் லைக் டு பிகம் தி சேம். சோல்ஜரா வந்தாரு, நாட்டுக்கு என்ன செய்யணுமோ அவர் நினைச்சா இல்லையா, நான் ஒண்ணுமே செய்யல அப்படின்ட்டு நாட்டுக்காக அவர் நினைச்சது செஞ்சாரு, போய் சாட்டாரு. சர்வீஸ் எத்தனை மாசம்? 6 மாசம். வயசு எத்தனை? 23. சச் சோல்ஜர்ஸ் ஆர் தேர். இன்னொரு சோல்ஜர் சொன்ன திரிவேணி சிங், அவருக்கு 9 மாசம் சர்வீஸ். என்கேஜ்மெண்ட் பண்ணியிருந்தாங்க. So these are all the conditions of our Indian soldiers who guard our borders. So அது வந்து எப்பவும் வந்து நமக்கு இருக்கணும். இது வந்து நீங்க வந்து மோட்டிவேட் பண்ணுங்க, எங்கெங்க ஸ்கூல் காலேஜ் போறீங்களோ மோட்டிவேட் பண்ணுங்க ஆர்மட் ஃபோர்ஸஸ்ல ஜாயின் பண்றதுக்கு. பிகாஸ் இட் இஸ் எ வெரி லாயல் சர்வீஸ். லஞ்சம் கிடையாது, அடுத்தவனை கெடுக்கிற புத்தி கிடையாது, பாடி நல்லா நீட்டா இருக்கும், நல்ல ஆனரா நம்ம வச்சிருப்போம். அதனால வந்து இது வந்து பெஸ்ட், ஒன் ஆஃப் தி பெஸ்ட் சர்வீசஸ். அதனால வந்து எல்லாரும் மோட்டிவேட் பண்ணுங்க. I put a small request to Governor sir. Sir, we are having a lot of NCC battalions all over Tamil Nadu. If any battalion adopts the nearest that area of that particular area hero, one hero may be adopted by one battalion as a hero of the battalion, NCC battalion. That will bring lot of motivation to the NCC camp. If it is possible, that can be done. For example, Havildar Palani, his wife is here. Last time when I met some ex-servicemen, one of the victims of the Jammu railway station, that lady was with me. I met her. So, such heroes be adopted by one of the battalions of the particular area, that will boost up the morale and motivate the youngsters to join army. their story can be told to the NCC cadets because they are all the age. If they are told the greatest thing to them, they will mold. Like Puthiya, how he was molded, he wanted to be a scientist, but all of a sudden after reading the stories of Lieutenant Manoj Pandey and Vikramaditya, he changed his mind. Because initially he was not interested to join army as a second generation soldier. It was motivated. He was self-motivated. So I request you all to motivate youngsters to join army, especially NCC. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Ms. Vanati Devi, wife of Havildar Palani, Galvan Valley Clash from Ramanathapuram, has been honored with the Veer Chakra for sacrificing his life as part of the Operation Snow Leopard to defend the nation in the India-China standoff at Galvan Valley in eastern Ladakh on June 15, 2020.
மதிப்பிற்குரிய கவர்னர் அவர்களுக்கு முதற்கண் எனக்கு வணக்கம் சார். மேலும் தாய்நாட்டிற்கு காக்கும் பணியிலிருந்து ஓய்வு பெற்று இங்க வந்து அமர்ந்திருக்கக்கூடிய முன்னாள் படை வீரர்கள், என்னை போன்ற தன் மகனையோ கணவனையோ தாய்நாட்டிற்காக தியாகம் செய்து வீர மங்கைகளா இங்க உட்கார்ந்திருக்கிற தாய்மார்கள், சகோதர சகோதரிகள் அனைவருக்கும் என்னோட வணக்கம். சார், நான் ராமநாதபுரம் மாவட்டம், அதாவது நம்ம ஏவுகணை நாயகன் வீரமங்கை வேலு நாச்சியார் பிறந்த மண்ணில இருந்து வந்திருக்கேன். அதுவே எனக்கு இன்னும் பெருமை. என் கணவர் தாய்நாட்டிற்காக தன் இன்னுயிரை நின்று இன்று நானும் என் குழந்தைகளும் இந்த நாட்டில் கௌரவமாகவும் கம்பீரமாகவும் நிற்பதற்கு எனக்கு ஒரு வாய்ப்பை விட்டு சென்றார் அப்படின்றதுல ரொம்ப பெருமையும் மகிழ்ச்சியோடனும் இங்க இருக்கிறேன். பர்சனலா நான் அஃபெக்ட் ஆயிருந்தா கூட என் கணவர் வந்து என்னை சாதாரணமா விட்டுட்டு போகல அப்படின்றது வந்து எனக்கு மிகப்பெரிய கௌரவம். இந்த இடத்துல நான் கௌரவமா வந்து நிக்கிறேன் அப்படின்றது வந்து எனக்கு மிகப்பெரிய கௌரவம். ஏன்னா உங்களோட நிகழ்ச்சிகள் இப்போ ரீசெண்டா அன்னையர் தின நிகழ்ச்சியில நான் மகேஷ் சாரோட அம்மா வந்து அவங்களோட குறைய சொல்லும் போது நீங்க அவங்கள ஆற தலைவி, அதாவது அவங்களோட உணர்வுகளை புரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டீங்க. எனக்கு அது அந்த ஒரு விஷயத்துக்காக தான் நான் உங்ககிட்ட வந்தேன். நீங்க வந்து என்னோட குறைகளையும் நிறைகளையும் குறைகளையும் ஒரு வாய்மொழியா சாதாரணமா கேட்காம என்னோட உணர்வுகளையும் புரிந்து கொள்வீர்கள். உங்ககிட்ட என்னோட உணர்வை புரிஞ்சு கொள்ள முடிஞ்சிச்சு அப்படின்னா எனக்கு என்ன தேவைன்றது சாருக்கு தெரியும். என்ன புரிஞ்சுக்க முடியும் போது எல்லாரோட உணர்வுகளையும் அவங்களால புரிஞ்சுக்க முடியும். உணர்வுகள் புரியும் போது அவருக்கு நான் சொல்லாமலே எனக்கு என்ன தேவை அப்படின்றது வந்து அவருக்கு புரியும். அது அந்த ஒரு நம்பிக்கையில தான் நான் இங்க வந்திருக்கேன் சார். சார், எனக்கு ஒரு சின்ன அப்ளிகேஷன் இருக்கு சார். எனக்கு வந்து என்னன்னா, நான் இது சொல்லலாமா கேட்கலாமா கூடாதா அப்படின்றது எனக்கு தெரியல. நம்மளோட தமிழ்நாடு கவர்மெண்ட்ல அஸ்பர் ஜிஓ படி ஒரு கருணை அடிப்படையில் பணி நியமனம் அப்படின்னா குரூப் சி குரூப் டி அந்த கிரேடர் தான் நம்ம பணி வழங்குறாங்க. இது அஸ்பர் ஜிஓ சார். ஆனா எனக்கு என் மனசுக்குள்ள ஒரு சின்ன போராட்டம். கருணை அடிப்படையில் பணி நியமனம் அப்படின்றது வந்து எப்படின்னா, பணியில் அரசு பணியில் இருக்கிற ஒருத்தர் இறந்து போயிட்டார் அப்படின்னா அவரோட குடும்பத்துல ஒருத்தருக்கு கருணை அடிப்படையில் பணி நியமனம் வழங்குறாங்க. இத வந்து எப்படி வேணாலும் இறந்திருக்கலாம். ஈவன் நம்ம ஸ்டேட் கவர்மெண்ட்ல வேலை பார்க்கறவங்களுக்கும் அந்த பொருந்தும், எல்லாருக்கும் பொருந்தும். ஆனா என்னோட மன குறை என்ன அப்படின்னா, தாய்நாட்டிற்காக தன் இன்னுயிரை நின்று இன்னைக்கு வந்து என் கணவர் வந்து ஒரு வீர் சக்கர அவார்டி. எனக்கும் அதே கன்வென்ஷன் கிரவுண்ட்ல வந்திருக்கிறவங்க இன்னொருத்தவங்க ஒரு ஆக்சிடென்டலா கூட இறந்து போயிருப்பாரு ஒருத்தர். அவரோட மனைவிக்கும் அவரோட வாரிசுக்கும் எனக்கும் ஒரு வித்தியாசம் வேணும்ன்றது என்னோட எதிர்பார்ப்பு சார். இதுல தப்பில்லைன்னு நான் நினைக்கிறேன். மேபி அது அஸ்பர் ஜிஓ இப்ப இருக்கிற ஜிஓ படி எனக்கு கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. குரூப் சி வேலை நான் பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கேன். எனக்கு அது பிரச்சனை கிடையாது. ஆனா இனி வரும் சமுதாயங்களுக்கு கட்டாயம் மாத்தணும். இன்னைக்கு நான் விதைக்கிற விதை நாளைக்கு விருட்சமாயி கனி கொடுக்கும் போது அதை அனுபவிக்கிறவங்களுக்கு அது வந்து பயன்படணும் அப்படின்னு நினைக்கிறேன். இன்னைக்கு என் மூலமா நான் உங்ககிட்ட என்ன உதாரணமா காட்டி நான் உங்களுக்கு சொல்றேன். உங்ககிட்ட கேட்டுக்கிறேன், வேண்டி கேட்டுக்கிறேன், உங்ககிட்டையும் கேட்டுக்கிறேன், தமிழக முதல்வர்த்தையும் இந்த நிகழ்வின் மூலமா என்னோட வேண்டுகோளாவே நான் வைக்கிறேன். இது ஐயா, இதுல ஒரு மாற்றம் கொண்டுட்டு வந்தீங்க அப்படின்னா இந்த நாட்டை காக்கிற பணிக்கு ராணுவத்துக்கு செல்ல வேண்டும். நம்மளோட பிள்ளைங்களோ நம்மளோட கணவரோ நம்மளோட அவங்களோட ஒரு இறப்புக்கு அவங்களோட ஒரு தியாகத்துக்கு ஒரு அங்கீகாரமும் ஒரு மரியாதையும் கிடைக்கும் போது இன்னும் நிறைய இளைஞர்கள் முன்னாடி வருவாங்க. அவங்களுக்கு நம்ம இதன் மூலமா ஒரு வாய்ப்பு கொடுக்கணும் அப்படின்னு நான் நினைக்கிறேன். அதே மாதிரி ஒரு கணவனை இழந்த ஒரு மனைவி, தகப்பன்களை இழந்த குழந்தைகள், மகனை இழந்த தாய் தந்தையர், இவங்களோட சடனா நடக்குது. எதிர்பார்க்கவே இல்லை. 4 நாளைக்கு முன்னாடி என் ஹஸ்பண்ட் என் கூட பேசிட்டு இருந்தாங்க. 4 நாள் கழிச்சு என்ன நடந்ததுன்னே தெரியல. சடனா அப்போ அந்த ஃபேமிலிக்கு கொடுக்கக்கூடிய நிவாரணம் அப்படின்றது சார், நம்ம பக்கத்து ஸ்டேட்டு தெலுங்கானா. நான் என் கணவர் கல்வான்வேலியில இந்தோ சைனா எல்ல பிரச்சனையில இறந்து போனாங்க. பக்கத்து ஸ்டேட்ல கர்னல் சந்தோஷ் பாபுவோட ஒய்ஃப் சந்தோஷி மேடத்துக்கு தெலுங்கானா கவர்மெண்ட் டெப்டி கலெக்டர் போஸ்டிங் கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. இது போக ஒரு 5 crores அமௌண்ட் கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. வீட்டு மனை ஒதுக்கி கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. இந்த மாதிரியான நிகழ்வுகள்லாம் நம்ம முன்னுதாரணமா எடுத்துக்கிட்டு நம்மளோட எதிர்கால சந்ததிகளுக்கு ராணுவத்தில் பணிபுரிந்து நாட்டுக்காக உயிர் தியாகம் செய்தவர்கள் அந்த அங்கீகாரத்தை, அவங்களுக்கான கௌரவத்தை கொடுக்கிற விதமா இந்த மாதிரியான நிகழ்வுகளை மாத்தி கொடுக்கலாம் நினைக்கிறேன். இன்னொன்னு நான் இந்த இடத்துல நினைவு கூறணும். என் ஹஸ்பண்டோட இறந்த 20 பேர்ல தமிழ்நாட்டை சேர்ந்தவங்க நான் மட்டும்தான். அந்த டைம்ல தமிழ்நாடு அரசு 20 லட்சம் ரூபாய் எனக்கு நிதி ஒதுக்கீடு கொடுத்தாங்க, நிவாரண நிதி. அந்த டைம்ல இதே ஆளுநர் மாளிகையில இருந்து அந்த பொண்ணுக்கு கொடுத்த அமௌண்ட் அந்த பொண்ணோட குடும்பத்துக்கும் குழந்தைங்களை பாத்துக்கிறதுக்கும் போதுமானதா இருக்குமா இல்லையான்னு தெரியாம கவர்னர்ஸோட ஃபண்ட்ல இருந்து எனக்கு ஒரு 20 lakhs கொடுத்து அந்த டைம்ல ஹெல்ப் பண்ணாங்க. இந்த மாற்றம் உங்ககிட்ட இருந்து வந்தது ஐயா. இந்த இடத்துல இருந்து மாற்றம் உருவாயிருக்கு. இன்னைக்கு அந்த 20 லட்சம் ரூபாய் 40 லட்சம் ரூபாயா மாறினதுக்கு காரணம் நீங்களா இருந்தீங்க, இந்த இடமா இருந்தது. இன்னைக்கு உங்ககிட்ட நான் மறுபடியும் ஒரு வேண்டுகோள் வைக்கிறேன் ஐயா. இனி வரும் காலங்களில் என்னை போன்ற கணவனை இழந்த மனைவிகளுக்கும் பிள்ளைகளை இழந்த தாய்மார்களுக்கும் தகப்பனை இழந்து நிற்கும் குழந்தைகளுக்கும் உங்களோட கனிவான ஒரு மாற்றத்தை கொடுத்து எங்களுக்கு உதவி பண்ணுமாறு கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறேன். நன்றி சார். தேங்க்யூ.
Thank you, madam. Now, I call upon the Vice Chancellor of Wales University, Dr. Sriram, and the PRO to Wales University, Mr. Mohan Raj, to present the allotment letter for 10 free of cost seats for the wards of ex-servicemen, Veer Naris and war-wounded veterans, along with the 10% free concession to the wards of the ex-servicemen, which they are doing regularly. And this letter of allotment will be presented to the Honorable Governor. We now request the Honorable Governor to felicitate the awardees of the day. We call upon Thiru AVM Swaminathan, the Air Vice Marshal, who will now be felicitated by the Honorable Governor. I think we can have a resounding applause, resounding ovation. He has kept the best request to the Honorable Governor, considering your welfare. The Honorable Governor is felicitating Thiru AVM Swaminathan with a shawl and a memento for his stupendous service to the nation. Colonel Ganesan will now be felicitated by the Honorable Governor. We call upon Thiru Colonel Ganesan, a 1965 Operation veteran, was awarded a wound medal. He was awarded the Vashish Seva Medal for exceptional performance as Station Commander in Antarctica An outstanding sportsman and writer, Colonel Ganesan has authored 12 books. Colonel Ganesan is felicitated by the Honorable Governor with a shawl and a citation. Major Natarajan, father of Lieutenant Parthiban Kirti Chakra. Lieutenant Parthiban killed 2 heavily armed terrorists in the Gurez sector of Jammu and Kashmir. Lieutenant N. Parthiban displayed conspicuous bravery, grit and devotion to duty of very high order in the face of hostile fire and made the supreme sacrifice. The Honorable Governor is felicitating Major Natarajan, father of Lieutenant Parthiban Kirti Chakra. We call upon Warrant Officer Baladandayudan. In 1971, in the Jaisalmer sector, he serviced a seriously damaged aircraft and made it airworthy in quick time in the face of enemy action. He was awarded mention in dispatches for his brave act. The Honorable Governor will now felicitate Warrant Officer Baladandayudan. The Honorable Governor is felicitating Thiru Baladandayudan with a shawl and a citation. Among the Veer Naris category, we call upon Mrs. Shobha Sudhakar, wife of Major Sudhakar Madhavan. Major Sudhakar Madhavan of the 65 Armed Regiment was killed in action in 1987 in Sri Lanka. He was awarded Sena Medal Gallantry. His wife, Mrs. Shobha Sudhakar, retired from Indian Bank after an exceptional service of 26 years. The Honorable Governor is felicitating Mrs. Shobha Sudhakar with a shawl and a citation. Mrs. Vedavalli Vinayak is wife of Major Vinayak Sitaraman. Major Vinayak was killed in action in the Siachen Glacier, the highest and the coldest battlefield in the world. The Honorable Governor will now felicitate Mrs. Vedavalli Vinayak with a shawl and a citation. Tirumati E. Kumari, wife of late Regiment Havildar Major Adachim Ekambaram. Adachim Ekambaram sacrificed his life in Operation Snow Leopard in October 2020. Tirumati E. Kumari will now be felicitated by the Honorable Governor with a shawl and a citation. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Governor will now felicitate Mrs. Vanati Devi, wife of Havildar Palani Veerachakra, with a shawl and a citation. Thank you, sir. Under the INA category, Thiru A. Mahesh Netaji Navbharat Foundation, in recognition for his tireless dedication and commitment, has made a significant difference, and we are honored to recognize your contributions, sir. The Honorable Governor will now felicitate Thiru A. Mahesh Netaji with a shawl and a citation. Thank you, sir. NGO Projects Hayata 02, Husky Injection Molding System. Husky Injection Molding System has extended corporate social responsibility activities through Mastermind Foundation. Their support through CSR has helped 41 children continue their higher education and 10 Veer Naris become self-sustainable by providing commercial tailoring machines. Their support has brought about a myriad of changes in the life of ex-servicemen and Veer Naris. Thank you, sir. Dr. Lakshmi TK, founder, Mastermind Foundation. It was started in 2005 with the aim of spreading awareness about mental health. She has conducted various mental health camps for defense personnel and has been recognized by the Indian Army thrice. She extended her help in relief and rescue operations during natural calamities such as Chennai floods and helped in rehabilitating the families. The Honorable Governor is felicitating Dr. Lakshmi with a shawl and a citation. The Honorable Governor will now felicitate Srimati Archana Mahesh, founder and director, Sri Gyana Mudra Academy for Bharatanatyam in recognition of her remarkable contributions to Bharatanatyam. Your tireless efforts and commitment has made significant impact and we are honored to recognize your service, madam. The Honorable Governor is felicitating Srimati Archana Mahesh with a shawl and a citation. Ladies and gentlemen, P. Srinidhi, Ms. Madhumita Krishnamurthy, Ms. R. Mahalakshmi, Ms. S. Shubhashri. Thank you for your present. Thank you for the wonderful dance performance, Veeram. We thank the Honorable Governor for felicitating the awardees of the day. We now request the Honorable Governor to address the gathering.
Major General Murali, Air Vice Marshal S. Swaminathan, Lieutenant Colonel N. Tyagarajan, Major Nagarajan, Major Madan, Mrs. Vanati Devi, all the veterans present here, Veer Naris, all the distinguished invitees here, friends from the media, Anaivarkum Vanakkam. Honoring you. A soldier, I think, unfortunately in our country, we have yet to fully appreciate a soldier's contribution. You know, right from the ancient times, ever since the beginning of human civilization, the the virtues, the need, the valor of military, the armed forces have been explained and appreciated. In fact, in our Tirukural, I find several kurals on the valor, the need of a strong military. That when a king or a country has a strong military, which is a must, then not only the king is happy, the kingdom is secured, but the people living in the kingdom, living in the country, they are happy, they are prosperous, they pursue what they need to pursue, free of any fear, free of any sense of insecurity. In fact, one of the ancient Indian texts, Shukraniti, was one of the ancient, like Chanakya, Kautilya, we know, Shukracharya himself was a great strategist. And there he extols the virtues of military. He says, Sainyada vina na rajyam. I will translate. Sainyada vina na rajyam na dhanam na parakrama. Balino vasagaha sarve durbalasya chasatrava. Without a strong military, there is no country. No Sanyada vina na rajyam, no rajya. Without a strong sena, military. Na dhanam, no parakrama. No dhan, no wealth, no parakrama. There is nothing. The state, the country does not exist. Because even if it exists in a very debilitated, humiliated condition, if it doesn't have a strong military. So, Sainyada vina na rajyam na dhanam na parakrama. Balino vasagaha sarve durbalasya chasatrava. To a strong country, that means with a strong military, you have friends around. Everyone is your friend. Balino vasagaha sarve. Durbalasya cha satruva. If you are weak, you are surrounded by enemies. The strong military is not only a pride of a nation, but it is the guardian of not only security, but also guardian of the nation's pride, nation's honor. Such a force, when a soldier joins the armed forces, this is not a job or a naukri as it is called. It is a commitment, a total dedication to give one's life to the nation, to submit oneself to the nation, and willing to sacrifice one's life, the ultimate sacrifice for the safety, security, and honor of the country. And this commitment should not be viewed as a mere job. And that is where I feel that while in the time of conflict, in the time of tensions, in the time of war, the whole nation gets up behind the military. But in peacetime, I am afraid we do not have that sense of appreciation what a soldier has been doing all through his or her life. A soldier, we are talking about ex-soldiers, ex-servicemen. I think these are not very appropriate words, because a soldier is disciplined in a way which is committed to Desabhakti. And we know that in our country, Desabhakti and Daiva Bhakti have all been together, inseparable. Now, a soldier who has joined the military with this decision and dedication, simply because he retires from active service, he or she does not cease to become a soldier. Wherever that soldier goes after his or her service in the military, even if the society has not been giving due recognition, even if it doesn't do, the soldier doesn't give up. You rarely hear a case where a soldier after retirement has become a rogue or indisciplined. Extreme, I have not heard so far. So even not getting the adequate care, not getting the adequate attention of the society, the soldier continues to be what he was, may not be on the front, but in around. Whenever what we call a retired soldier, retired from service, wherever the person lives in the village or wherever, and if he sees anything going wrong, he will not keep quiet. He'll be sure about it. Soldier will not keep quiet. Others will ignore. Others will say, why should I? No, because after all, when you challenge something wrong which you see around, it also has a risk. Because you might be displeasing or you might be inviting problem for yourself. So many people, a civilian usually would like to be very careful, but not a soldier. So, a soldier, even after the acting service, remains a priceless asset to the country. And it is the responsibility, it is the duty of the society to be conscious of it. Unfortunately, that level of consciousness is not yet there. We have to create that. And that is why, since the beginning of my coming over to Tamil Nadu, whenever I have visited any place, any district headquarters at least, meeting the ex-soldiers, if I call them ex because they are not in service, has been a priority. I invariably meet, try to listen. It's not only to address and try to address their issues, but it also to give a message to the rest of the administration and the society that look, and a soldier who has retired from service is our precious asset, and we must not forget, we must not ignore them. A message to the people. I visit many temples. I have a temple in my house. I don't need to visit many temples. But I visit temples to give a message to the people. Look, this is our identity, this is our faith. And so when I meet our retired soldiers and their families, it is also a messaging to the rest of the community, the society, and even the administration that look, we must be conscious of their presence and we must honor, we must be respectful to them. When I came, I floated some suggestion. I have heard about the medical issues. I know that wherever I went, this was a common problem. Now this, initially I was told, I got to know when I made inquiries that the government has not released the fund. As a result, hospitals have not got their dues cleared, so hospitals are reluctant to treat our retired soldiers or their families. Now this seems to be a perennial problem. It is a continuing problem. I had gone and met the then Raksha Mantri, he is Raksha Mantri even today, and requested him and met the Defense Secretary, and they, at that point of time they had released some money, but it has to be addressed in a very systematic manner that this problem does not arise. It is not that one time you go and get the fund released and that. It has to be resolved, and I will try to do that. And there are other issues, yes. The issues are that at some places a soldier, when it comes to the certain support to the family, the support, it varies from a state to a state, yes. Some variation will be there because after all some places voluntarily people, states, they do that. But there must be a decent support which should permit and which should make it possible for the family to live a dignified life. That is the must. And I think we need to work towards that. I will try my best. About the soldiers, those who had given their ultimate sacrifice, I had floated an idea and still pursuing it that the village from which he came, in that the nearest school, the high school or whichever school it is, in that school, can we place a photograph of that soldier, and on his day, the day he gave the ultimate sacrifice, an event, a function can be organized in his honor. It can be written about him, about the war that he fought or the situation in which he fought, whether he fighting with the forces, the enemy forces which are from the military of the cause, or the forces, the enemies within, they are terrorists. Either way, that can be described. It can be written below, so that the students, and in that, let the village also participate. The children, those who would see his photograph and participate in that event, first, the village will be proud of the soldier who gave their life. The youth, the student who sees every day in the school that photograph memorial, remembers, oh, here was a person from my village, from my area. He feels proud of it. And by organizing an annual event, a simple event, a memorial event, and expressing one gratitude to him, the departed soul, would be a matter of pride. It is absolutely zero cost. It doesn't cost anything. And then I don't think there can be any opposition to that. We need to work on it. We need to immortalize all those who deserve to be immortalized, because a soldier who dies in service of the nation doesn't die. A soldier never dies. We need to remember that. I think some issues which have been raised today, I am somewhat aware of them, but I think I will organize. I will take it forward, have a meeting with the concern. And then if it needs to be resolved at the level of the Government of India, I will go to the Government of India, I will meet the Raksha Mantri, I will take it up with the people, and I will try to see that it is resolved. One thought which I have, which I would like to share with all of you, is that in Tamil Nadu, we have approximately 2,200,000 put together, our retired soldiers and our widows. Put together we have 200,000 around. It's not a small number. Can we think of, a suggestion has been made, there are so many organizations can be. While there can be multiple organizations, one of the suggestions which I have been giving when I go to the district, to form a WhatsApp group, a group of all these people in a particular area. If the district, for the taluk can have, district can have, combination of that, and actually subsequently a state. Because today in a digital age, it's not something which is very difficult. My point is that, it's a human nature. A suggestion was, the major told is that if you go with 4, 5, 8 people to go and try to impress something with the authorities, and if larger number goes, there's a difference. So, there is what is called in social science, what is called is a theory of collective action. If 200,000, it's such a large number, if we can form a digital group together, and this digital group is not necessarily only for raising the issues, also can be celebration. Each one knows, suppose in a local area, if a retired soldier is in a distress or a need, and if it is known on the digital platform, the nearby people can, those who are in the family of the larger family of this 200,000 people, those who are around, they can move forward. Some of them can volunteer and try to help. Similarly, there are happy occasions, children, marriage of the children, grandchildren. There is something some nearby people can. So what I'm trying to say is a sense of we are a kutumbam, but this kutumbam has to be translated in a sense. So creating a digital family of all our people, all nearly 200,000 people. And in our state, every year, about 2,500 to 3,000 of our soldiers retire from the active service and come back. This is our also position. Every year, we 2.5 to 3,000 of our people, they come and join. So our family will keep increasing. If we can do that, that will give us a strength. First, the voice will be heard. Second, it will give the critical mass, even create the larger awareness in the society. If you remain scattered, it will not have that, it will not be that impactful. But if we are together, it will also create greater awareness in the society. And as I said, that a soldier never retires. So what all can be done? People usually say, okay, in time of distress, when there is a COVID, there is a flood, look to. Okay, but even in normal times, these people, this 200,000, they are proven beyond doubt that they are the people who are dedicated, those who have dedicated their life to the nation, to the society. Now this body of people, if it chooses to take something, it increases the positive force in the society. Society, everywhere we have good, we have bad. We have positive sources, we have negative forces and positive. We have what you call Ashuri Shakti, we have Daivi Shakti. Now you are a part of the Daivi Shakti, the good force. This can be, if we can. And we can, and we should, why not? And I think let us appreciate our own strength. Come together. And the problems that we are facing, we are not, when we go to the administration and ask for a solution, it's not a begging, it is our due. And it is the administration's duty to provide that. And but that sense of awareness has to come in. And that awareness will come with greater involvement, while administration should do it. But I think if this family of 200,000 can get together, can get united, and today it is possible to do so digitally, I think we can make a beginning of a major change for the good of the society, because you are a strong good force, positive force, good for the nation. I thank you all for making it possible to come over here, for responding to our invite. I also on this occasion I like to thank all those who are associated directly or indirectly in adding their bit, their might to this positive force. To begin with, the Bharatnatyam dance that we saw. What a wonderful performance. Very impressive. Very impressive. You know, they were, through the actions they were conveying, you know, what do you call it, no, Josh. That Josh was so palpable, so visible, can be felt. People like Mahesh, who was the Netaji Foundation, now Bharat, those who are from the ex-soldiers, INA soldiers and all that, they are all part of it. May not be the part in the formally, but we are all part of a family, we must, and there are good many of them who are. So, I wish you all the very best in the days to come, and as far as I am concerned, Raj Bhavan is concerned, we will be conscious of our responsibility in doing all that we can without any little hindrance to make your life easier and more dignified, and see that you get your due honor. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Now I call upon Major Madhavan to propose the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. Jai Hind. I'm just a bit deviating from a traditional vote of thanks. I'll take a few minutes to summarize this wonderful event, and then we will give vote of thanks for the dignitaries and the participants here. So, a couple of months before, we met His Excellency, Governor Thiru R. N. Ravi, on a soldier's unfortunate death. So, when we raised up a point, I told His Excellency, this may demoralize a soldier's mind. You know? So, the answer which His Excellency gave is, a soldier has all the rights to get angry. But if he gets demoralized, he is not fit to be a soldier. So it was just spontaneous, but it really meant a lot. So each and every one here, we are known for our Josh, we are known for our high moral, and we are known for our dedication and commitment. So that's why we have a greater responsibility in our shoulders. When we have a population of 2 lakh plus, what can 2 lakh make a difference in a state whose population is 8 crore, to be precise? It's like the great nationalistic movement which started by Netaji. In the first 6 months, it was less than 5,000. So we can really make a change. And later, I would like to go back to my school days. While passing through Raj Bhavan, the same road, very same road, I asked my dad what is this place called? He said, Raj Bhavan. And he said, who stays here? He said, Raja stays here. You know? So I said, can we go inside? He said, son, for that I have to be really big. He was an engineer, civil engineer. Or you should become so big and elite to get inside. But today, we have people from all walks of life. We have IAS aspirants. We have our Karamcharis. We have our doctors, nurses, right from auto olas to people from all walks of life. And today is a day for us, the ex-servicemen, coming into the Raj Bhavan, and this place, the Darbar Hall, has become a people's place, the first time ever in the history of Tamil Nadu. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for that. So from 93, when I asked that question from my dad, and the transformation which our wonderful Bharat has seen today, we have the common man as Prime Minister, we have the common woman as our President, and we have the common people here in the Darbar Hall spending our wonderful Sunday here. This is the transformation which had been brought in by our great leaders, and especially in Raj Bhavan. I would really like to thank Her Excellency Thiru R. N. Ravi avargal. I would like to address him as Makkalin Governor. So all seniors of me who had spent quite some time in Chennai, I couldn't recollect any such event happening in any government forum where the Veer Naris, sisters, mothers and brothers of our fallen soldiers, the servicemen and the ex-servicemen were retired from tri-services, 1971 war heroes. I couldn't recollect any incident where the deemed people were honored on time and in full. So this is the first of its kind. So a governor has set a benchmark, and I'm sure in the generations to come, this would be the trend, and this would be the way forward to build a stronger nation. So as we said, each one of us have a responsibility of taking the nationalism to the last man of our state. So when I went for a college a month before to address, and one professor asked me that Tamil Nadu has a lesser nationalistic feeling. We are lesser nationalistic. I had to defer his views because in 1999, when Bharat Ratna Atal Bihari Vajpayee was then a caretaker president, the country faced an unprecedented war in Kargil. And when the Kargil donation fund was announced, Tamil Nadu was the highest contributor in this entire country. I would try to push this even forward in 2021, the untimely death of our CDS, General Bipin Rawat. The convoy which moved from Ooty to Coimbatore Sulur Airport, if you would have witnessed the common women and men crying from their heart, showering petals, auto olas in various parts of the state, they all lighted up. Maybe a day prior they would have not even known the name of somebody called CDS General Bipin Rawat. That's the farewell, that's the emotional, unarchigaramana, unmayana, nijamana ஒரு வழியனுப்ப வந்து நம்ம கொடுத்தோம். We are known for it. It is just that we need to be pinched. We need to be reminded that this country is one and we are the protectors, and we will continue to protect this country, and we will not let any force internally or externally to divide this country at any cost. So with this, I'll come to my vote of thanks. First of all, I would like to thank His Excellency Thiru R. N. Ravi avargal and the staff of Raj Bhavan who had spent their Sundays. It's a holiday for them. They have been working tirelessly since yesterday to organize such a wonderful event for us. And I would like to, first of all, thank Major Murli sir to initiate this, and somebody who has driven this entire event from behind the screens, Kal Tyagarajan sir, was really pushed hard. Every day with his busy schedule, most of you have seen him as a panelist, a TV speaker, a nationalist, a man who runs an NGO, but most of us doesn't know that he is also a farmer, a very, very active farmer. In spite of his busy schedule, all of us, the organization's volunteers got together and got this entire family together on a very hot sunny day. And I would like to thank and salute the brothers, the sisters, the mothers and the fathers of our fallen soldiers. They are maybe physically not with us, but they are with us. They are immortal. And I would thank and salute all the 1971 war veterans and their families at this age who came all the way here to participate in this event. These are the legends who fought us the war, the unimaginable victory in the modern century, where 92,000 soldiers have laid down their arms and surrendered. So down maybe 30 years, we would not be having them physically here. It's a great honor for us to, I'm overwhelmed really to be among the heroes and the heroines whom I have heard in newspapers, whom I heard stories of. And thanks to all the, I would not say ex-servicemen, sir, to all the soldiers here who have committed yourself to the security of this country. We have a very, very long role to play. As a big takeaway from our Excellency's speech is that we all should stay united. 100 unions won't work. This is the age of digital era. We all should stay united for a good cause, for a better society and for better this thing. So please take this as an opportunity. The minor differences, it will be there as a family. We are a big family. There are minor differences here and there within Army, Navy, Air Force. That's all fine. End of the day, we have soldiers. Someone, I chose to wear a OG. Someone would had chosen to wear a white and some the blue. So let's all stay united. Thank you everyone. Jai Hind.
Anyone who said Tamil Nadu is less nationalistic, I really wonder who he was or she was. It's nothing could be farther from truth. Tamil Nadu has always been at the front of national defense. In the national freedom movement, Tamil Nadu has been in the front, and I say this with full sense of responsibility, because now when I came to this, it was unfortunate, when I came and I wanted to know the list of freedom fighters from Tamil Nadu, national freedom fighters, initially then some names I got, they were not even 40s. And today we are finding we have thousands of people of Tamil Nadu, of this place, they have fought. They have fought for the freedom of our country. And as a matter of gratitude to them, we have started to begin with, it is not the end, it is the beginning, 100 freedom fighters, unsung heroes. We know some. We know the great people like Veer Pandya Kattabomman, we know like Veer Bangai, Velu Nachiyar. We know so many of this, so many of them, but we do not know a very large number. And on the 100 such unsung freedom fighters, our very enthusiastic young scholars are doing the researches, in a year, 1 full year dedicated to them. Now this land, and then it will continue because we have several thousand. This land is not only the spiritual capital of India, it has also been this land which has not only sparked but ignited, but also carry forward the national freedom movement. This is the land which has given the single state which has given the largest number of soldiers. And I don't think there is any district in any part of the country which can compete. We have a district, Vellore, we have 30,000 from one district. 30,000 soldiers, if you call them retired soldiers and their families. It's a huge. So anyone who said that told you a lie, and I think the person is ignorant. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we request you to raise for the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, we request you to raise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष माहे गाये तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Ladies and gentlemen, we request the first row to join us at the main lawn for a group photograph with the Honorable Governor.